Samoa beaten by Argentina in their opening match, but there is some heavy hitters in this side. Watching out for number 3, Lucioko Almua, who scored a try and put on the shot of the weekend so far. There's some raw talent in this Samoan team, trying to string a game together against a Kenyan side that will also be physical, athletic, and a bit more experience as well. Huge opportunity though. Oh, look at the smile on the Samoan faces. They know what an opportunity this is. As Whangamanono Tusinga, the first-time captain of the Samoan Manusina side, leads them out. Samoa look to get on the board here. Well, Philippa Tatiet's on double duty, racing up from the sideline to join me for this one. And a first opportunity for us to see Kenya. We saw earlier with Hong Kong trying the men, maybe a little bit rusty getting started. What do you think we can expect here?
Yeah, absolutely. You so desperately want to get into the game. You're seeing everyone else play, and it's just one more day of nerves building up. So it's really how they've managed to manage that. This is where your leaders have got to come to the forefront and say, hey, nerves are okay. That means we're about to do something super exciting and super special, but make sure you've got a handle on it.
Number 13, Janet Okello, she's one who's been around a while. Grace Okulu. Cisco Lopez, our referee from the United States. Experienced man in the middle to take charge of this match between Kenya and Samoa. Samoa in the white shirt, Kenya in the red. Ready to go as we head into the afternoon of day 2 of the World Rugby Sevens repechage. It's nicely taken down by Kenya to start. Scooped up by Sheila Chajira, and they get a chance to play first as it's scooped away by Naomi Mguni. Some tall physical players. Samoa trying to put on some physical pressure here. It's good from Hope Schuster at that breakdown. She's a player to watch as well. Played with the Melbourne Rebels and Super W, did the number 10 for Samoa, but they have to defend at the moment because this has been really well worked by Kenya. Nice and direct, and heading up towards halfway. Through the hands, they look to spin it, use the width of the pitch, and just breaks down. Good defence, really organised from Samoa, and it's scooped up by Michelle Miller-Leaf just as advantage was called over. Ball goes to ground out over the side, and looks like it's come off a Kenya hand. It'll be a Samoa throw to the line out.
Yeah, good defence there from Samoa. You really felt that Kenya had built something there. They've managed to work an edge. Look, not taking it too close to the defensive line, getting that ball away, but again, just that 50-50 pass. Look, she's done the right thing. She's tried to challenge that winger. She's managed to fix her. She just couldn't get her hands free to get that offload away.
Janelle Ferretti throw to this line out. Important for Samoa. Nail these core opportunities inside Kenya's half. The young Samoan team, they've got a couple of injuries as well, but this woman in the middle, Michelle Miller-Leaf, is a key player for them. Experienced international at 7s and 15s level. Like Samoa, narrow at the moment, but Schuster just able to straighten and pump those legs. Needs to try and get to ground though, try and get the knees to ground now. Kenya, not enough time. I was going to say, just about released. They did really well to hold her up and win possession back.
Yeah, key bit of play there, getting that possession back. At the moment, Samoa are doing a really good job at just penning Kenya back, keeping the pressure on.
Player down, back play, Michelle Miller-Leaf, who some in New Zealand and maybe in Samoa probably know more familiarly or something like that as Michelle Curry. She plays for Tasman in the Farah Palmer Cup, New Zealand's domestic competition, and on the Manusina 15s team. She's played in WXV and now nursing, a nurse in Brisbane as well. And her brother, Michael Curry, plays for Moana Pacifica in Super Rugby, and Manu Samoa himself. So there's some pedigree, and they'll be pleased to see her up and ready to go again.
Here's the middle.
Kenya got really good shape off this piece here. Loads of depth, loads of width, shows confidence in their passing ability.
Set.
In and out it goes from Sinaida Machio, and away, just scooting away from the base of that scrum, and look at the pace and the effort to take it upon herself. Sinaida Machio goes in for Kenya.
And that is a lovely example of when you set up like that, you've got that confidence that you could make that stretch of a pass. It also means that the defence have got to mark you, which means they're going to have big spaces between them as well. So it gives opportunity for your 9, like she does here, to scoop, to pick up that ball, run herself straight at the gap that's been created by that lovely starting point of that width.
You love to see it from a halfback taking it upon themselves and then convert your own try as well. So 7 points to 0, Kenya strike first. Shallow kickoff from Kenya's not going to go 10 metres, so mistake straight away after scoring points. We bang on about it in sevens, that critical element of the game, restart after points. Samoa tap in the middle of the field with Ferretti, and now a nice little switch, opening up a space for Lafai. Just dragged down though, good defence from Kenya, still there for Schuster. On the end of the chain, here's the powerhouse Samoa, tried to fling it back in field for Miller Leaf, it went forward. There's a couple of Samoan players down in back play 2 in the middle of the field, and they're going to have to call time off. And
played against me, so it just shows you how old we are. But for you having all this experience and bringing it into this outfit, I mean, what's most thing you've been able to pass on?
I guess the history of the team, where we've come from, the belief, and that really builds on knowing we are able to achieve, and also the ability that the skills we have that the team can be able to learn. And also, above all, the patience, you know. You remember back then, Kenya has had a long way coming, but eventually we managed to break through and at least be stable. So we're looking forward to getting that in the women's team.
While you're saying all that, you got another try up there, so let you go, Coach. Good luck for this one.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, great to be able to hear from Dennis Wanja, and I reckon he is going to love this work from Janet Okello.
Yeah, it was a lovely bit of movement play initially from Okumu, and then releasing Okello on the outside edge. You know, the coach there saying about their game understanding, and you can see it. You can see how they set up defensively. You can see how they set off the scrum. They've really got a good understanding of sevens play.
Samoa just slipped off a couple of tackles. He's Janet Okello, very experienced player in this Kenyan team. And she's extended her side's advantage, 12 points to 0 now. Samoa bring that restart down nicely. He's going to have to regroup after losing. There's with injury. Here's Linda Fiafia. And she'll lay it back. It's a little untidy for Miller Leaf, but she does well to get rid of a couple of defenders and offload on the inside as well. So a nice bust here for Samoa, and Tusinger, the captain, goes forward. Untidy at the back again for Fiafia, and that's allowed Kenya to try and get in over that ball and steal it away, which is exactly what they do. So Kenya diffuse Samoa's attack and then find a big hole up the middle for Grace Okulu just to slice her way through and charge towards the line, defence into attack, and Kenya get a third.
They're really starting to find their groove now. Lovely bit of play there from the outside edge. Look, she looks for the width, but that's key. You know, sometimes in sevens, players, they pass edge to edge without looking forward. Look up. What is in front of you? And she just gave it a split-second look, saw there was half a gap, and backed herself to go.
It's a third, and the extras as well, as Kenya jump out to a 19-0 lead, absorb some pressure early on in this half, and have now extended away. Taken down by the skipper, Tusinger. Got hit hard at the same time, Lafai. Spread it across. Shoyese. And now Schuster again. Samoa protect the ball better this time at that ruck area as Lafai Looks to thread her way through. Neat little offload that sticks in the hands just of Miller-Leaf.
Maul!
Knees get to ground, ball spills out. Kenya are really tough and physical in there. There's a knock on a hand, and that'll take us to half-time, or 3 tries to the good. Kenya extend their lead, and they lead Samoa 19 points to 0 at half-time. To continue on as Samoa fight away back in. Kenya get us underway. Start the second half, and they've been good in that aerial battle at the restart, and they've got possession straight away to get moving through to the Kumu. And along the line it goes to Janet Okello, gets rid of one, just about got rid of a second, but she got the ball away on the inside. Sunita Naicho again goes in for Kenya, another breakout score.
Perfect way to start the second half. Get a score within the first 30 seconds. That really exuberates your dominance. 2 huge fens. And the key, obviously, with that fen, making sure that one arm is still free for that offload, and a lovely tracking run on the inside there.
Perfectly action. The halfback, Sunita Nyecho, 24 points to 0.
Comes off.
Here extend that advantage. Some fresh legs out there as well.
Just wait for my whistle, okay?
4 points to 0, Kenya in control at the moment. And they're again going to make a mistake. Second time they've made a mistake off a restart off their own points. This time a player in front. Those ones are coach killers, Phil.
Yeah, they absolutely are. You do all the hard stuff, and then relatively easy is just get that restart up, get a challenge on it, and you just gift away vital possession, which is something Samoa really needs. So they got to take advantage of this now.
Here goes Michelle Miller-Leaf. Oh, just couldn't quite place the ball, and they've been a little bit guilty of that, Samoa. Just a little bit sloppy at that ruck area.
Yeah, it seems they've got all the conviction in the initial carry, but it's so important then you're thinking about how are you getting to deck and how are you presenting. See, look, we've got the fight here on the feet. But now, down, that's where you've got to have the real fight. That's so important, that placement. 13. And it seems to be the second thought for them at the moment, and that's why they're losing that ball there.
Time's on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Kenya again. Just creating some dents in this Samoan line, and that allows the Flyers on the outside to get some space. Freshia Odor chopping back in, and those long limbs hard to put down as well. They come into the middle with Sharon Almua. Samoa having to track backwards. Good hustle at the breakdown, but still there for Kenya once more. Oh, the hole was there, the ball was there. It was almost unexpected, went flying off the fingertips, and that allows Samoa just to try and break away down the left with Miller Leaf, and again they force it. And it's untidy ball for Manusina. Schuster, and again Kenya are able to blow through and steal that ball back, and now Samoa have to get up in defence once more on the wraparound. Odor just about clung on, still going. Oh, the change of direction is superb. About to be dragged down, but riding Samoan defenders almost all the way to the try line. It's gut busting, and eventually the try comes for Sharon Alma, and Kenya get another.
That was hard work, that one. They really had to fight for every inch there. But if in doubt, they go to that direct play. They use their strength.
Either this way or outside of the 22.
Footwork here, look, pumping the legs. So agile. You can just see now that constant defense Samoa have had to put in is really starting to take its toll. That players slow to get up off the ground. Whereas Kenya, they're far more alert. Quick dart, try time.
Conversion good too, and now Kenya just streaking out, 31 points to 0. Restart goes straight into the hands of Samoa. That's Lese Leatawa. Haven't seen a heap of her yet.
Last foot.
International as well. He's been out with a little bit of injury, so maybe just on slightly managed minutes. Lese Leatawa, his sister Hastings, only senior international as well.
More.
Again, this is where Kenya's been really good in that maul area, holding up Samoa. Back they come down a blindside and then chopping back out to the open again. Oh, a good shot put on. Christabel Lindo from Kenya. It's hard going. They're making heavy with it, Samoa, at the moment. Now a little bit of space, but there's some heavy legs back in field for Soese. Finds Singer, and now back for Schuster again. Schuster. No way through this rugged Kenyan defence. Still 2 minutes to play. Samoa wants some points on the board. Able to pop the ball, offload on the ground to Singer, the captain. Ridden into the turf again. Almua pops the ball over the top, but it's difficult for Soese. Still holding on to it just, and then a little bat volleyball pass. However you get it there, as long as it works. Well, the offloads are sticking for Samoa, and credit to them. They're keeping in support of each other, but it's hard going. Kenya having to make a lot of tackles. Now looking for someone. A ghost around the outside, looking for the space, directed on the outside. Linda Fiafia is going to do it all herself. Well, they worked so hard for that try, did Samoa. And in the end, it's the experience of Linda Fiafia who gets a gut-busting try.
It certainly is that, isn't it? Look, you see on the lateral angle, she's actually looking to pull the winger back in. Look, watch her, see that little arm flick, says winger cut in, but actually That lateral movement sold it enough to the defence that they also thought the winger was coming back in, took their eyes off her for a second, and this is the moment she realises she's got to run it in on her own.
Suddenly that line feels a wee way away, but it's a really good response from Samoa. Get a try. Linda Fiafia, 7s and 15s international.
Yeah, time's up. Substitution.
Yeah, something to be a battle a couple here. Numbers-wise, Samoa, the kick was no good. They ran out of time to take the conversion, probably because they're all exhausted. So they go to the side. For Samoa, a lot of these players really coming on off the 15s program, training locally, and then having to come and compete against a team like Kenya, who've been to the Olympics a couple of times before. Kenya bring it in. And the way they come, scored the try. Samoa did well to get over that initially. Now the ball's just about out and they will concede the penalty. Kenya looking to extend that lead. Oh, a lovely little flick ball out the back of the hand, and then some outstanding evasive footwork. Judith Akumu finds Wafula up the middle. Kenya do fancy one more before this match is out. Up towards the 22 they go, and they get another penalty. Samoa have to scramble back quickly. Quick tap. Stella Wafula. Back she comes for Lindo, and then into the middle. Don't know if Samoa are ever back on side, but they'll play on, and certainly coming in over the side there. The referee has played advantages, let it go for Stella Wafula, who's been a heavy hand in the build-up and then can't quite get it down. Desperate defence on the line, but it is still Kenya who take a healthy win in their first appearance here at the World Rugby Sevens repechage. It's Kenya 31, Samoa 5. Kenya had the bye yesterday and they'll be pleased with